Um, what's up, y'all? We're back.
Hey y'all, what's going on? Welcome to Melanie Meet Podcast.
We're so
We're on a roll.
girl. I was just about to say that we're so consistent. Like, back in this thing, 2022.
Back up in here.
Overtime.
Yes. Pisces season is upon us. Shout out to all the Pisces.
Yeah. Shout out to Aquarius right now.
That too. I had a lunch / dinner with an investor just a second ago, or a couple hours ago, and he was like, I was telling him I'm a Pisces, and he's a Pisces, and he was like, I'm a real Pisces. I said, oh God, please don't tell me you're a February Pisces. He was like, yeah. I was like, I always think the March Pisces are the real Pisces versus the February. Like, I've always thought, I don't even care. We're all Pisces. Yeah. But I'm saying, like, I just feel it again. I'm a little biased because of March.
I'm gonna tell you straight up, men Pisces ain't Pisces. I don't know. Y'all don't count.
I dated one male Pisces. I dated one, and he was extremely emotional.
They don't count. I don't care what nobody say.
When you say they don't count, what do you mean?
They're not like Pisces. They're not. I just feel like Pisces women, we're I don't know, we're on a different level. They're kind of just like
Pisces on their own island.
Yeah.
That is hilarious.
We have the stronger capabilities, like psychic abilities, able to, you know what I'm saying, see through people, emotional depth. Okay. I just feel like,
ooh, emotional depth. Okay.
No, I'm not gonna say men Pisces don't, but I'll just put it like this: we're not a good match. I'll tell you that.
And I will agree with that. I'll agree with you there. Like, we are not. Like I said, I felt like I was kind of dating myself almost sometimes. I don't know. I really liked him though. I mean, I liked him. The energies were.
Yeah, I liked you, but
yeah, I liked
energy.
Him. My frequencies and his frequencies, they just weren't frequencing, you know.
Yeah, it wasn't frequencing the way it needed to
at all. So
anyway. Oh well, I want to mention this really quickly. Congratulations to our Pisces sister Rihanna, having her first child with A$AP Rocky. She broke the internet earlier. I mean, when was that? This week? Last week? I don't know. She definitely broke the internet though.
She did.
Revealing her baby bump with A$AP Rocky. And then all these memes started happening about Drake and Chris Brown being, you know, in their feelings about her pregnancy. You know,
do you feel like Drake is really in his feelings, or do you feel like he's just...
I definitely think Drake is. Chris Brown, I don't know about Chris Brown, but Drake for sure, because Drake has he has put Rihanna's name on several tracks and, you know, written about her and, you know, professed his love for her on a public platform and basically got curved by her in front of everybody. And him being a Scorpio, I know he's really sensitive and I know he never forgets shit like that. And I'm sure in the back of his mind, he just always thought he could win her back or get her back. And I don't know if you've like noticed, but you know, I'm a Drake stan, so I notice these things. But Drake has a really big thing for like women who rejected him when he was younger and was not as successful, and the fact that he can pull those women now, the ones that rejected him. And so Rihanna is one of those women who is just like, it doesn't matter how big Drake gets, you know, Rihanna will always reject, you know, if she wants to reject Drake, she will. Like, she doesn't need Drake for anything. And that's right. Just, I feel like that's kind of just like a sucker punch. And then it's A$AP Rocky. So this is somebody you work with in the industry. Like, you know him, y'all, I think they had one or two songs together back in the day. So it's just like, I know this is kind of like a gut punch, and nobody expected Rihanna of all people to end up with A$AP. Like, I mean, no shade there, but a little bit of shade, you know, that's just not her caliber. Like, she was dating like a multi-billionaire, I think, right before him. So, you know, it's just people weren't expecting it, is what I'll say. Like, probably guys who thought they were like above him, you know, like, man, she ain't gonna be with him for long. Like, I'm sure it was some little shade thrown there, but he got the
I'm
last on y'all.
sure.
He got the last laugh on y'all.
I am sure about that. Okay. I don't know. I feel like, do we feel like Drake would be toxic if Rihanna ever gave him a chance, or do you feel like he
Girl,
would
come
like
on.
stay
We know why
for
he's
her?
not with Rihanna, and Rihanna's not dumb enough to be with Drake. Like, she knows that Drake had no desire to really settle down. Like, come on. Come on. And I understand it makes a lot of sense because at first I was kind of just like, Rihanna could be with anyone. Why is she with ASAP Rocky? But it makes so much sense to me now. And
Probably good for her mental.
really good because I'm sure he worships the ground she walks on. And I remember back in the day, I never forgot it. She had this interview, I think it was the interview with Oprah, when she was talking about how Chris Brown and her got into that domestic violence situation. And she said her grandmother told her when she was younger, and she need to follow it, that she needs to get her a man that loves her, marry a man that loves her more than she loves him. And she said that that's because women will go above and beyond for men, and men will, it, at the core of us, women just are just so sacrificing. So
Yeah.
her grandmother's advice was to be with a man who maybe from the outside looking in loves you more, wants to be with you more than you want to be with him.
I literally just had a lunch. I mean, we've all heard that. Most of us have heard that term, like be with someone who loves you more than they love you, more than you love them. Like and even though like it could be taken literal, or for more mature people, we kind of understand what that means. It doesn't necessarily mean like, ew, I don't like him at all and he's all over me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like if you're mature enough to now kind of digest what that even really means, it really does kind of make sense. And I actually had lunch with a girlfriend just a couple days ago, and she's married and she's happily married, but she's dealt with all sorts of like crazy drama from ex-wife and baby mama and all this other kind of stuff. And you know, she herself has never had that experience with her husband, like who her husband was to his ex-wife and who her husband was to his baby mama is not the man that she married. Because there's also that stigma too, like, girl, if he leaves you and goes be with you, he gonna do you the same way he did me. That doesn't always necessarily mean, that that's gonna happen. Some
Not
people,
always, yeah.
it does not always mean that. So yes, in some cases it does, but then in a lot of cases it doesn't. Like who this man is to me, you may not even know him based on the relationship you had with him. But anyway, all that to say, we had a lunch together and she said that exact same thing. She said, it's all, she's like, my mom, my grandmother, they've always said, be with a man who loves you just a little bit more than you love him. And like I said, I totally get it. I get it. I get it.
I get it too. More power to
I
her.
I hate it for him in terms of how the world
is perceiving this situation.
like even the little jabs that I was reading in TMZ, like the headlines, it was like, our star, superstar, sweet angel, our goddess, our beloved Rihanna
And her
is
rapper boyfriend.
and her rapper boyfriend, ASAP Rocky. I always get him and Travis Scott confused. But ASAP Rocky, and it was just like, well, damn, it basically was like, Rihanna, our princess of,
Of all
of
princesses.
everything, is marrying this peasant. It was just so funny.
It's the shade for me.
But you know what? In their reality, in our reality that we see, and then in their personal reality, he wins. He got the girl. So it's almost kind of like say what you want to about him. He's the one with maybe these niggas should be taking notes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's a lot we could say.
Word on the street, though. Word on the street is that they got secretly married.
That would not shock me. Pisces. Here I go.
Pisces. What?
I feel like it would not be
far-fetched
shocking if they were.
Yeah.
It just based on her personality and the things that we know of her and just like how she moves, and she kind of has always done what she wanted to do when she wanted to do it. I know we've all been screaming and yelling for a damn album, and she's just ignored everything about it, and she just does. She's like, fuck it. It's gonna be on my time. When you get music when I freaking want to get music. Right now, I don't want to do it
Ain't gonna be
without saying it. So I feel like she just is like, even how she popped up with this baby. It's like,
yeah, ain't no more music.
okay, like nobody. We didn't hear a rumor. I know I didn't.
I mean, I've been hearing rumors for the past 4 years that Rihanna was pregnant.
Well,
so
no,
me hearing that rumor was just like, okay, I mean, she could be, but it was just like all the other rumors. Like
exactly. So yeah, I remember there was a period of time in my mind specifically when it was like everybody was on this kick of when she gained some weight. This is when she went from like smaller Rihanna to like a little bit larger. She wasn't even big. I mean, it was just, the media. Anyways, everybody's like, she's pregnant, she's pregnant, she's pregnant. And then, after so long, it's like, okay, no baby bump, no baby in a year. Like, it's really been a whole year since
I saw one picture. She did look pregnant, but I think she was just.
But I mean, yeah, but I'm saying like months and months and months still go by and there's no baby. So it's kind of like you forget about it, even though you heard it at one point or whatever.
I kept hearing it over and over again that she was pregnant.
Yeah.
And then when she wore that thing, when her and A$AP Rocky went to the, what's it called? The Met Gala, and they wore those big clothes. Yep. And that's why I was like, oh yeah, she's hiding her baby bump. I was like, yeah, it could be, child. I don't know.
I just forgot about it. I was shocked. I was shocked to see it. I was so happy for her. I mean, it literally was like a good shock. It was like, oh my God, I can't believe they hid this. Like, because I forgot about the rumors, to be honest with you, because I'm, but yes, they were out there, but
I wasn't
shocked about them.
I wasn't shocked, but it was really cute to see. Like her pictures were cute and stuff. But yeah, I wasn't shocked.
Yeah, so I just think that the baby's going to be absolutely beautiful. I think it's going to be a girl. I don't know. Something in me is just thinking it's going to be a girl.
I mean, she wore all pink in her baby reveal. Like,
yeah. Even if she didn't wear pink. But even if she didn't wear pink, I still just feel like it's going to be a girl. I don't know. I feel like I'm really good at reading what people's firsts are, depending on if I have like a connection to you in some way. Because I felt that way about my own self. I was like, before I even knew I wanted kids, I was like, if I have a kid, it's going to be a boy first. I just feel like it is. I just feel like it's going to be a boy. And I wanted a boy, but what we want and what we get isn't always matched in a line. But for whatever reason, I just knew I was having a boy. And even when they did tell me I was having a girl, I was like, there's no way. I think it's still a boy.
Why would they tell you that? Who told you that?
My doctor. What happened was I went
false information.
Well, what happened was we were doing an ultrasound and I was scheduled to do a 3D ultrasound just like a week or two later. And so when I went in, it was almost kind of like, we can see what it is if you want to today, but I mean, you're due for the real like 3D in 2 weeks or whatever. And I remember her saying, I think it's going to be a girl because I don't see any, thing. And I was just so sad. After I left the doctor's appointment, I remember going somewhere and I was talking to somebody and I was just like still referencing my baby as a boy. And I was like, crap. I'm like, it's a girl. Like I kept like still saying it's a boy, even though she was kind of telling me, or no, she did tell me it was a girl. So 2 weeks later, I knew I had that appointment to really, really find out what it is. And yeah, he was sticking straight up. Like she said, "Oh,
stop! You're so extra."
She did, girl. That nurse said, "Oh boy, he's saying hello," and I was like, "Oh,
that's my boy! That's my boy!" I can't.
So I don't know. It may be a boy.
So funny.
I may have a boy, but I feel like it's gonna be a girl. Either way,
I think she was telling us all it's gonna be a girl, unless it was a joke. Because she's like, "Oh, I want everyone to think I'm having a girl, but I'm really having a boy." But
no telling.
She wore a bright baby pink trench coat.
I do feel like Jeannie Mai, and this is kind of like going off subject a little bit, but Jeannie Mai and Jeezy's, I felt like it was just doing too much. Like, oh my God.
I haven't seen their baby yet.
Girl, like just the whole, like the baby reveal.
I don't remember seeing none of that. I don't follow her, so I don't know.
I don't follow her, but I do watch the reel on I do watch the reel, and you know, it was just like, okay, you know, Jeannie might have had her baby. You know, we're gonna do a name reveal. We're gonna have a gender reveal. So the baby's name was like Monaco Mai Jenkins.
It's just so funny. Her last name is Jenkins.
I know. It's the blackest. It's one of the blackest names you can get, baby. And people had even started to say, because they just kept waiting to do all of these different reveals. It's like, golly, like do we even care that much? Like,
on the real?
Yeah, well, yeah. And then, you know, once it first, all the news broke on the real, and then it landed on like Shade Room and stuff.
Girl, is the real even still good?
I think I watch it for like topics on YouTube.
Okay.
So they're like short 4-minute videos. I've yet to see like a full episode of the real, like whether it's on TV or YouTube. I just usually watch like little clips of stuff. Like they'll have the headline of what they're going to talk about, or maybe it's a guest and I'll watch the guest and then just move on to something else.
Okay.
But yeah, for a second there, they had said Jeannie Mai's baby, because they revealed the name first, which is Monaco Mai. And everybody's like, ooh, I think it's a boy. Ooh, I think it's a girl. And then everybody was like, there was rumors that were like, oh my God, they're not going to do a gender reveal. They're going to let the baby decide. They want this baby to be raised gender neutral. And I was like,
oh, I forgot about that. I did.
Yes, girl. I'm like, that was everywhere. And then they did a gender reveal, and the baby is a girl. Yeah, the baby.
I thought the baby was a boy. It's a girl.
It's a girl. It is a girl.
For now.
Girl.
That's what they're saying.
I'm like, it's just too much. Just, is it a boy or a girl? Does it have an X and Y chromosome? Does it have, I mean, like at this point.
Like, are we playing the game of MASH? And it's like, well, let me write down what I want. Like,
and apparently Monaco Mai was picked out before they even knew if it was a boy or a girl, because apparently they didn't even know what they were having.
I mean, Monaco sounds like I guess it's gender neutral.
It's gender neutral, but they chose it based on the meaning. And I don't remember what the meaning was, but she said they were all about.
I thought it was a place somewhere.
It is. You're right. Yep. It's one of the places that they love to go visit. And but there is a meaning behind it in terms of like what the actual term means. And she was like, me and Jeezy she's like, me and Jay are all about the meaning of the names. And before we knew if it was a boy or girl, we really went with the meaning. And, you know, we fell in love with that place that we used to like to go visit, but it also means this. And it was just
so is the gender neutral thing, is that a rumor or is that real?
Well, I mean, obviously it's a rumor, because like shortly after the rumor, she came out on the real saying a gender reveal.
It's a girl. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, like, to my point of them doing a lot of different reveals, it gave people all this time to be like, oh, well, maybe they're not, maybe they're just going to let the baby choose. It was just a lot going on.
Maybe they're going to let the baby choose their name when they're
maybe they're going to, it was a lot. It was a lot, but that's your baby, and I'm happy for them. But I'm really happy for Rihanna and A$AP Rocky. So shout out to them.
Yes, shout out to them, honey.
Mm-hmm. Her little cute baby bump. I do want to get into EUPHORIA, because it was just, I cried last night. Huh?
Mm-hmm. I said yes, it was epic. It was all types of emotions.
And we saw the downward spiraling of Rue happening, but it was like this episode took on a whole new spoiler alert if you have not seen it already, but it took on a whole new like leg of acting. Like, shout out to Zendaya, I don't know how to pronounce that,
Zendaya.
Zendaya, shout out to her. She played that role.
Yeah, just give her damn Oscar, Emmy, Tony, whatever. Give her all the awards.
Played that.
Give her a fucking Grammy at this point. Like, just give her every award possible for last night, because she had me on the edge of my seat for a full hour.
Out.
And I'm just gonna say, as a person who has witnessed in my family drug abuse and those type of blow-ups, that was very realistic how it went from the arguing like with her mom, and then the crying, and then back to being calm, and then back to being upset. Like, that is very, very realistic. And even the supporting roles, like the mom and the sister, they acted their asses off too. Like that, I mean, everything was just so good.
Everybody did amazing.
And when they blew up that tea, that Cassie tea,
girl, it was so damn good. We forgot. I couldn't even process that because I had been waiting for the ball to drop on that. Because Cassie have been spiraling, or not? What is it? Maddie. It's Maddie, right? Which one's Maddie? The one.
Maddie is the dark-haired one with.
No, not Maddie. Cassie. Cassie had just been like spiraling herself. And the funny thing is, me and my husband always talk about this when we watch it. We're like, everybody is just so fucked up. Meaning, like, everybody just has their own set of issues. Like, in reality, we all do. But it's just like, God, like, damn. Like, once you leave one story, you go to the next story, you go to the next story. It's like, oh my God. And Cassie, like, I just was waiting for the ball to drop.
Girl, like, I
thought it was going to drop.
I said, who told you to speak, Cassie? Cassie, this was
girl.
You should have just zipped your mouth. Like, you trying to be Mrs. Well, all you got to do is take it one day at a time. Bitch, you don't give nobody advice. All the skeletons you've been dragging this whole season.
Those who live in glass houses should not throw stones. Period.
Rue was like, oh, really?
She was like,
okay, you want to give me advice, ho?
Maddie was like,
I knew Maddie was gonna go
she
off.
knew her friend. She knew her friend.
Yeah.
She knew she was telling the truth.
Yep.
Because when you know your friend, baby. And she's like,
acting
she's
crazy.
Drug addict. You're listening to a drug addict. But I'm just like, that episode was so good.
It was so good.
We didn't even have time to even deal with that.
Yeah.
It was like, that's gotta wait.
And I'm gonna say I haven't been a fan of this season as much as last season, due to like, I don't know. I feel like this is definitely the best episode of this season so far, because they kind of lost me a little bit with the last two episodes. It kind of just went into like a unexpected place. I don't know, but it's all coming together now. So I'm appreciative of what it took to get here. So I'm like really excited for the rest of the season now. Yeah. But the last two episodes was kind of just like, but yeah, this one, they redeemed themselves to me.
I feel like Maddie is gonna release the tape of Nate's dad.
Oh, hell yeah. The daddy not getting away that slick. He think he about to go live his newfound gay life or whatever. No. You ain't getting away that slick. And I hope your ass go to jail. For fucking what's her name, the little girl?
Jules.
Yes, I hope you go to jail.
You said Jules.
Yes. Oh, and Jules, I can't stand Jules right now either. Like,
girl, Jules,
Michelle,
you just cheated on Rue.
Yeah, talking about I love you. But
you just, and the truth, quiet as is kept, you slick been had a crush on dude. In my opinion, I just feel like I feel like Jules is attracted to men. You didn't even want to be.
You only like Rue because she was a little bit masculine and different or whatever, but you don't want her.
And you feel sorry for her. I feel like she also feels a level of responsibility for Rue, and I feel like
they're like best friends.
Exactly. Like so, it's like, well, I might as well do this. But no, like you're gonna fail Rue every time because that's not what you're trying to do. And
Elliot wants Rue, not you.
And Elliot wants. I mean, it's just all.
Elliot's in love with Rue. You can clearly see that. Like,
it is literally a fucked up situation. Girl, I started cracking up. I'm gonna tell you who I do like, and I liked him since last season. Which was,
I love him. Oh my gosh, girl. When he was like, we ain't doing this today.
He was like, what the
hell
fuck?
nah.
Like, why? Like, what are we doing? No, girl, you gotta. He's like, you gotta go. You gotta get the fuck out.
Fez is black. Can't nobody tell me Fez ain't black. I don't care how white his skin is. That boy black. Okay.
And truth be told, Ash, I like him too. He gets in when he's like, he just fits. You know, they just go together. It's just a cute little duo to the cat. I like it. But yeah, we'll see. Did you see Cassie's sister when the tea dropped with Rue being like, what is, how long have you been fucking dating? Her sister was like,
she can't wait to go write that new fucking chapter of the play. She's like, oh shit. The dialogue is gonna be outstanding. Like, she can't wait to drop this tea at this school play. Okay.
Oh, it was too.
She was like,
and then her mom,
she knew it.
Their mom was like, not right now. Like, this cat can wait. Not right now.
The acting on that show is just a different level. It's superb. It's superb acting.
Superb. Shout out to
everybody
you for putting me onto the show last year or 2 years ago, whenever it came out.
It came out a minute ago, and I was like, "Girl, this is Drake's new show." Like,
yep. It was a hit. We fell in love with it ASAP. This season, I think, has been, very good. It took me a second to get into it. The first episode, I kind of didn't make it. I had to watch it twice, really, because but it like, to your point, it is gradually getting better, and I just wish that they just drop all the episodes. I wish I could just binge it. I hate it, but it does give you something to look forward to. But you get so spoiled with like Netflix and stuff. So I do know that I'm gonna try to get back into Power Book 2 because
the finale was just last night as well.
Everybody's been talking about it. So I'm like, let me give it another shot.
Oh,
I'm like, I've barely seen season 1. So I've got a lot to catch up on. But you know who looks good than a Method Man?
Oh yeah, Method Man's fine. But girl,
he's been fine though.
No. You ain't even ready for this. Wait. You have to watch the new Power with Tommy.
With Tommy?
What's
with Tommy?
So the new Power came out. Power Book. This is Power Book 4 or 3? 4, I think. This is Force with Tommy. So after the finale of Power Book 2 last night, that's like 50 Cent on his shit. So right after the finale with Tariq, their Power Book 2 came Tommy's new show, which is Power Book Force. And it just leaves off with Tommy leaving New York, supposed to be headed to LA. But then he actually ends up going to Chicago. And there is some new characters in there, girl. And there's this one dude got out of jail. I think his name was Diamond. You just got to watch it. He is fine as hell. This is I feel like you would really like him. He's like your type of dude, probably.
Girl, I want to do that. I want to do that that reel where it was the homegirl was calling her friend. It was like the friend was like, hello. She was like, girl, the niggas outside. The niggas is outside. Where you at? And she was like, who is this? Because her dude is in the background like, hey, babe, who is that? She's like, I don't know who this is. I don't know. She's like, the niggas is outside. It's a good one. I'm gonna redo it.
That's a TikTok, right?
TikTok, yeah, like a TikTok reenactment. It was so funny. And then the friend caught on, who was telling her to come outside. She's like, is ugly ass right in front of you? She was like, mm-hmm.
I gotta say, I'm kind of hoping and wishing that the fucking reenactment of skits phases out soon. I'm kind of
girl. Everybody's an actress.
I'm over it.
Hella funny though.
Some of them do, but I'm just funny. I miss the days when the Instagram comedians did the skits and not everybody. But Everybody on their actor shit, girl. Everybody on their acting shit.
Everybody is on their acting shit. Okay.
I have not done one. I'm really showing my age. I have not done one.
Acting your age, not your
yeah,
shoe
I
size.
can't get into it. I can't. I do really love the reels though. Like I love the reels, how they look so like they look like mini movies or something, but I don't really know how to edit them.
Yeah.
I see some reels and I'm like, oh my gosh, like how, I mean, are they using
Some of them
what
are
type of
really
cameras
good.
are they using?
Mine be basic as fuck. Where is it? I was trying to bring up something to read it, but I can't find it. So there's that.
Some people must be using like legit camera equipment for Instagram. Like they're not using their phones.
But you know what? What they don't tell you is a lot of people who do these reels, they spend hours and hours and hours doing the reels. Like I know 2 girls that I personally know. Yeah, like the basic type stuff I be doing is like super quick because it's just a compilation of like little short videos that I've put together.
It still look good. Yeah.
But for some of these people who like, you know how they have like the words, like the stuff written out, and then they've got like I mean, it's a whole production.
It's like mini movies. Yeah.
It's like a mini movie. So what we see for 60 seconds at the most, or sometimes 30 seconds, really took them damn near a couple of hours and hours to really get down to that. Like, I didn't realize that. So it's, you know, it could be time consuming, but I feel like, you know, for those that do them and love to do them and they're consistent with it, it's almost kind of like if you get it, you just get it. Mm-hmm. I'm not so like my reels, I'll do them just to do them. Like I do want to do some with like the voiceover, like doing a voiceover to like, I guess you could say like a skit, but it's mainly relatable in a real estate world. So if I'm quoting a movie, but the words up will be pertaining to a buyer or a seller, or you know what I mean, something like that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, but I mean, that stuff takes time. Mm-hmm. This stuff takes time. Some of it, you know, but you just be shocked,
girl. The life of a influencer.
Yes. Shoot, we know on the other side what it is to get we know how to grow a page. Yeah, we could tell people how to grow a page. That you know that takes time.
Hella commitment. Ooh.
And I feel like now more than ever because it's even more saturated. You know, people are. It's just more and more saturated.
I know.
So all of that to say, I did see this. I don't want to talk about this today, but I just thought it was funny. Kim and Kanye.
Oh yeah, they're.
Do we definitely know.
Never ending.
Well, we definitely know that we're over it. We're over. Shoot, I can't even find it. I can't even find it no more. But anyways, it was basically like, please, Kim and Kanye, please, take us out the group chat. Like. Take us out, take us off. We don't care. We don't want to know. Like it's too much. Just lay it down. But on the other side of it, it's like, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like Kanye is definitely the more off, a little bit more off when it comes to,
they're both being petty. I'm gonna tell you right now, they're both being petty as fuck. Because
why do you say Kim is being petty?
I don't
in
like
what
Kim's
way?
response.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying, what do you mean?
Well, okay. From the last I seen, we saw. Okay, the last time we was on here, we talked about how Kanye was trying to, see his kids at that birthday party. He went live, and then. Out of nowhere, he gets the address to the birthday party. All right. So that right there tells you they were withholding the freaking address to the birthday party. And when he went live and made a ruckus, they gave it to him. That to me is being petty. Yes, it's petty for Kanye to go on a public platform, but he knew that was the only way they was going to fucking listen to him. So it's just like, why are y'all being petty about a birthday party? For one. Okay. Number two, it's just like, Kim's response, you cannot sit up here and say to about a black man on a public platform, I am the sole I think her response to him was that
I
am the main provider or something like that. And it's just like, now you know what you was doing saying that. Like, let's not act like that's not going to be misconstrued. Like, this black man is what, not taking care of his kids, and he's a multi-millionaire with Yeezys and his four kids, and you're going to say that you're the main provider. Like, this man isn't a multi-millionaire. I don't even know, he may be a billionaire for all I know. I'm just saying that was the low blow. And it was clearly, I don't know the situation, but it's just like, unless you're going to back that up and be like, I need money from Kanye, he's not supporting, it's just like, don't say that, because now you are dragging it. Like, that's going to hit him somewhere, which it did. And then he comes back with all this stuff about TikTok, and he wants his daughter removed off of TikTok, that needs to be discussed between parents with these kids and social media. I don't blame Kanye.
A TikTok for years. Like,
she might have had a TikTok for years. I don't blame Kanye about the TikTok thing. I don't. He could be being petty about it, but at the same time, he's gonna be petty if y'all are being petty. Y'all are going to be petty if he's being petty. It's just going to go back and forth with these low blows and shit. So either don't respond, let your lawyers handle it, because y'all coming back and forth to social media is just causing the other one trying to go lower. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a never ending cycle of who's going to hit the lowest and prove the other one's the worst parent, basically.
Yeah, I definitely feel like they need to keep it off of social media. Kanye, for whatever reason, will not do that. And I will say Kanye first, just because was the initiator in putting it out there. Now, and he, obviously he got the response he wanted in terms of like the birthday party. I'm going to go out here and then get the address. But what I will say, beyond the social media, hopefully whenever they do get the divorce, hopefully both people are agreeing, because apparently Kim is trying to fast track this and just wants a rush to say that she's even single. Kanye is going to have to be okay with some of the choices that have landed him in this space. And on top of that, outside of his choices, and I'm talking about even the types of women he chooses, because in my mind, I'm like, where is Alexis? You know what I mean? Like, where is grandmama? Right. Who's Alexis? His first girlfriend, the black girl. Oh. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, like, a good, just regular
girl. First of all, he doesn't want black women. Like, let's just leave it. Let's just start off there. We know that to be true. It doesn't seem that way. Right?
Well, hold on. I was saying, like, in terms of, yes, I was saying like just a good, just clean, natural woman. But I'm saying on the other side of just even scratch what I just said. Let's just take that out. I just feel like Kanye is going to have to get one clear and familiar and accept some of the choices that have landed him in this situation. Two, he is going to have to figure out a way to co-parent without the co-parenting, because it is not uncommon for there to be two separate birthday parties. It is not uncommon for there to be, dad time and mom time. I think for so long, he has been inclusive of this family. And part of that, I feel like too, he felt at home in the beginning because he was so left out there and like with their family.
That's what I'm saying. That's fucked up. They know Kanye got mental problems or whatever he's going through. And they know he don't have his mom. They know like they have a super large family. And it's just like, I don't know what type of turmoil, Kanye may be bringing into the household or whatever. Who knows what goes on behind closed doors? But at the same time, it's just like, it's why it's just so complicated when you get children in the mix and everything like that, because I just still wouldn't want to outcast my husband, like my ex-husband. Like, okay, even if, say Kris Jenner, for instance, that is technically still her son-in-law. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still wouldn't want to ice out my son-in-law or ice out my brother-in-law if they're getting a divorce, if it's just like, it can't be amicable, because it's like, y'all icing him out is making him lash out even more in front of everybody. Like, can't y'all go to like family counseling and shit? Like,
I don't know. I think Kanye is a little off. I think that I can't say.
I mean,
that
he's
they
been
haven't.
off, but it's like they've been already saying that when he went up to TMZ and was talking about slavery was a choice and all this shit and liposuction. What did Kim say? Kim said he's been dealing with, you know what I'm saying, depression, anxiety, bipolar. She said bipolar, whatever. My thing is, if y'all know he's like this, I mean, I just feel like there maybe need to be a little bit more compassion with the situation. And I'm no huge Kanye fan. I'm not, but it's just like y'all acting like this is just going to make him spaz out even more. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean, I think I agree. I agree and I disagree a little bit just because I feel like he is a grown man who has made grown decisions. And at the end of the day, I don't feel like anybody should like treat anybody unfairly or like just, but at the same time, Kanye has, you know, chosen this. Like he knew that this family is all about media. He knew that this family was all sorts of, they're all at the end of the day, I don't care what happens. They are down for the Kardashians.
But it's like they're using him because to what I know, they've been going through this divorce for damn near a year. And I still didn't see Kim at every fucking Kanye show. I done seen her at the damn Kanye fashion thing, the church Sundays. And you want to be at all these damn high publicity events with Kanye's name on them. But then when it comes to the birthday party or whatever, and now I got Pete, I don't want to be nowhere near Kanye. But it's just like,
that's just what
y'all were going through a divorce a whole year.
But see, I feel like how you look at it is one way, how I'm looking at it is another way. In my mind, I'm looking at it as that it could be happening that way that you just said. But then on the other side of it too, I feel like, you know, by Kim showing up to certain things in support of Kanye, a lot of that could be, hey, could you come to my show, bring my kids? And she'd be like, of course I will. Da 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 da. I mean, I feel like that's part of.
It could be. That's fair.
Yeah, I feel like that could be part of her support because I also know that she has protected Kanye in certain situations where, you know, people were like, oh my God, why would Kanye do this? Why is he saying this? Why is he doing that? Why would he bring up this? Why would he call her that? Kim has been quiet this whole time about that.
Yeah.
And then she'll come out and still speak in support of her husband and be like, you know what? I want to keep it private. He is going through some things, but we're working together through them as a family. Like she'll put out a blanket statement to cover up what Kanye's just recklessly said. And so I think that at a certain point, though, what I've learned, especially in therapy, is that no matter how bad a situation is and no matter how good it once was, if it is detrimental to you know, whatever it is that you're trying to do in your path, you cannot feel guilty for leaving someone behind. And when I say leaving someone behind, I'm not talking about, you know, oh my God, he's, you know, left out on the street with a blanket, right? Like he's multi-millionaire. Like, oh my God, like I don't feel sorry for Kanye. If anything, I feel sorry for, you know, the people that really meant something to him or, you know, that were really good for him at one point, that are no longer around him. And I feel like Kanye just needs a good grandmama hug, like with the big arms, you know, just like a good mama hug. Like he needs like
he needs Ayanna or somebody. I wonder if she would.
Yeah, he needs just somebody.
Would never do that though.
Just a hug, and he just, you know, just cry. That's what I feel like he needs.
Kanye
more Kardashian, more trying to be inclusive and trying to still have family guys.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be better for him if
detrimental.
I think you're right about that. It probably will be better for him if he at this point, because they're not being welcoming to him, just cut them off completely. Like if it's not about your kid, don't even talk to them. Like I saw the text message he had posted, and that also made me feel for him a little bit because he was I guess
with the
cousin, and the cousin was like, well, you know, Kanye, I hope everything's okay, but those Yeezys, we can't find them. Is it a good idea to buy them on StockX? And it's just like, you motherfucker, like we talking about my kids, we talking about some major shit, and you gonna ask me about some fucking Yeezys?
Yeah.
Why don't you ask your fucking cousin Kim Kardashian to buy you some damn Yeezys? Why would you ask me?
Exactly.
I can't believe I can't believe the audacity. Like, I mean, we talked about this last podcast about what it must feel like to be a celebrity. And that was just a little glimpse of like, God damn, they don't give nothing about, they don't care two shits about you and what you're going through. It's like, what can I get from this motherfucker?
And
That's all they care.
Even when you just make it, I mean, even we can even go down beyond lower than a celebrity. We could just go to, you didn't grew into some money and now everybody at the woodworks is like, you be like, hey, how you doing? Oh man, just trying to get this business off the ground. I need about 50 grand. Just trying to figure out how I'm gonna get it. You like, why every time you come around me, you talking about money or you talking about how much you struggling? Like, it's just, people are sick. And Kanye, I feel like, needs to just at some point accept that the situation is what it is. He can still get his kids. Like, it'll just be co-parenting. You take the kids. It's even better because you're right across the street. You get the kids. They can run across the street on your weekend or half of the week or however y'all decide to do the 50-50 or whatever you guys work out. But being around the Kardashians, and I don't really know too many people who are around the Kardashians outside of like friends, that I'm talking about like relationships that make it out and they're the same as when they got back in it, or they're the same when they entered into it. Like, it's always like everybody's just effed up, except them. Like, they just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, but everybody around them is just like, it's like, what the frick? We don't even see poor Chris Humphries.
I think he happily married somewhere, girl.
I'm sure he's off the radar for whatever. I'm just saying, like, it's just like, just go, it's just like separate, just, and I think that that's probably the best route for Kanye at this point. Because
God bless them. They're going to have a whole, this is going to be forever. This is going to be a battle of foreverness. But this is what happened when two people who were not compatible be together, because from the beginning, Kim fucking knew she couldn't even talk to Kanye. She said it multiple times. Like, she couldn't even like keep up with him mentally, the shit he was saying half the time. She, like, even in interviews, like, they just were never.
She married him. They both married each other. They both married each other, in my opinion, for their own individual reasons outside of love.
They married each other on some Jay-Z and Beyonce shit, trying to compete with them.
Kim could not get into spaces that when she wasn't with Kanye, now that she's with Kanye, she was able to enter into spaces that she never was able to before.
Of course.
I.e. the Met Gala.
And
that's
Kanye,
just one of many.
And Kanye used Kim's celebrity as well.
Like, and Kanye, the next, in my opinion, and this is just, I don't think she's the baddest, but I'm talking about in terms of like celebrity, like who's the next besides Beyonce? Because Kanye, I feel like, does love the shit out of Beyonce. I always have felt that way. I mean, he like loves her. Who's the next person next to Beyonce? And again, I'm not talking about like on the level of like craft and art and all that stuff, just in terms of like celebrity. And I feel like he got with her because of status, and not because he needed her for status, but it's just like, oh, she's the next, of course. Kim K. So they're both, at the end of the day, they're both reaping or dealing with the consequences of the decisions that they initially made.
It was obvious they didn't have no damn compatibility. And even when
I'm like, surprised it lasted as long as it did.
Girl, me too. I just tell you all the time they're getting divorced. And you're like, really? You think so? And I'm like, yeah. You don't?
Yeah. I'm shocked. I mean, I knew that they were probably going to,
for a second.
Well, no, I knew that they were going to get a divorce. I just didn't think it would be this long. Like, I didn't think it would be 4 kids. Like 4 kids in.
Well, I knew she wanted kids. Like, that was, as soon as she got married, they got pregnant. So I knew it was a mission. And then when she started having all the in vitro and the surrogates, I'm like, okay, this is a mission for her. Just like it was for Courtney, when Courtney was like, no, I need another one with Scott. But this is going to go on forever. She has 4 kids with this man. They're young. This is a family that is immersed in entertainment. Immersed. Mm-hmm. You think they don't have all types of shows and shit in the works for these freaking kids? And Kanye don't want these kids to have nothing to do with that shit. He didn't even, when they first started, he he didn't want to be on the Kardashians. They used to blur out his face. He used to make Kim blur out the baby. And then slowly but surely, he allowed them to be on camera. So imagine the next 18 something years of this shit, because they're going to be trying to introduce them to shows. Kanye's about to be talking shit, blasting them, going to court. This is just about to be a whole mess for a long time.
You're right.
For a long time.
It's going to get messier.
So we'll be back to report on it.
Exactly. We'll be back to report on it.
And we'll be like the next installment of the Kim and Kanye saga.
That is so funny. I'm trying to find the
You're so funny.
Like, how old will we be in 18?
So funny.
No, it was. I like that all the time.
I can't. I'm trying to figure out.
But no, that was funny, Whitney. You know, I crack up. You know, I cracks the hell up.
Okay, what you about to pull up?
I was trying to pull up the HR story.
Oh yeah, I don't have my phone with me, so yeah.
I don't want to miss parts, but
yeah, we're gonna talk about this, especially since we both work in HR.
It's a good one. See if I can pull it up really quick, because you sent me the story. I just can't remember if you sent it via Melanin Me or
no. I sent that story to you on your phone, so go to our details.
Like a text message?
Yes, and go to our details.
Gotcha. That's why, because I'm like, am I tripping? I know you sent something. So let me go to my details. My details. Hold on.
That's where all the good stuff is, y'all. If you only got a limited amount of time, I don't endorse this, but if you only got a limited amount of time, you're trying to check somebody's phone and snoop, just go straight to the details. It's gonna tell you everything you need to know.
Okay, here it is. All right, so check this story out and then we'll discuss. We'll get into it. So a lady in HR writes this, takes it to social media, and she says, I just offered a candidate $85,000 for a job that had a budget of $130,000. I offered her that because that's what she asked for, and I personally don't have the bandwidth to give lessons on salary negotiation. Here is the lesson. Always ask for the salary you want, deserve, no matter how large you think it might be. You never know how much money a company has to work with. Be confident. And then on the flip side, somebody saw that. Well, we all saw it, but someone responded to that and said, had a junior software engineer ask for a very low salary range. She will be shocked when this offer comes through. We are paying your worth over here.
And it's to be said, these are two Black women in HR. Both left those comments. Two Black women.
Right. So what are your thoughts?
So all hell broke loose when this went viral. First of all, people were saying all types of stuff. People were dragging the first lady. I think she had to block her page or turn her comments off on her page. Basically calling her all types of stuff like Uncle Tom and you trying to withhold money from your own people. And I mean, I see where she was going with that, but it's just like, I mean, why would you have not given the lady what she deserved? I don't, even if it's not going above the salary range, it's like the least you could have did is hit that midpoint, like the 100K. Like, goddamn. I just feel like it was like a shady comment, and it goes to show that like it's sad that as Black people, Black women especially, in the working corporate America, wherever you work, there's literally no one looking out for us. That's what that showed me. There's very few companies where anyone on the inside is going to look out for us. And this is why I've been in corporate America for so many years. And I've seen white girls and white guys just speed past Black people in corporate America, light years speed. I'm talking about they got 1 year under their belt. They've already been promoted 3 times. A Black person, same degree, may have more degrees. They still in the same position. You know what I'm saying? Like, this happens often. And it's just sad. In my old job, I used to actually put in the salary rate. So I would literally see down to the penny what people were being offered as they were coming into this company, what promotions were being given, and I could see the pay discrepancies. And it didn't sit well with me to the point where I couldn't even work there anymore. So it saddens me that like you see it coming from white people when it comes to people of color. And now to even see like a HR leader, a Black HR leader saying, well, they didn't know what they were deserving, so I'm gonna give them what they asked for. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, damn, nobody is really looking out for us. This is really sad. Like, this is just heartbreaking.
Funny. I'm not trying to laugh. You know, I crack up how you tell certain things. It's so funny.
Girl,
this story is not funny, but Whitney can be funny sometimes.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, I 1000% agree. Everything you just said, I agree with it. I have no issue with anything you just said. And then on top of that, I think everything you said, but also for me, was the fact that she put this on social media.
Yeah, like you thought she was
I think that was
come up for that.
It's such a cornball move.
I hope she gets fired.
If we saw it, like, you're not a private page, you're not like, so if we saw that, then imagine, someone else seeing it. And it's not uncommon for people to link on certain social media sites when you work together, especially women of color or people of color or people you might feel like you may eventually have a tribe with or learn something from. It's always kind of like, let me see what that they're doing on LinkedIn. Let me see what they're on, Twitter, whatever the case may be. Everything is technology based now anyway. But I just felt it was extremely unprofessional for her to even put this out there for us as if it was like a learning teaching moment that she did. And it ended up backfiring big time. And that's what you get. And so,
because if you were truly trying to have an honest teaching session, all you would have to say is, you guys, please ask for what you want. When you're ask for what you want, you guys, so you can get the maximum salary.
What you want.
Ask for what you want.
Because you never know what the budget is. You never know what it could have been just a blanket. That way you're not putting anything on a particular somebody. Because imagine this girl
rule of thumb, ask for more than what you want. I ask for way more than what I want. Just because you just never know.
Every time, every single time,
they have to tell me no.
You can literally negotiate just about anything.
Yeah. And you won't know until you ask. So that's all she had to say.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Hopefully this was a big hopefully while she felt she was teaching us.
Yeah.
Hopefully she learned something, which I doubt she did.
It's just like, why do people be going to social media with this bullshit? I'm like, I don't know if y'all think y'all gonna have a viral moment.
Yeah.
Or do y'all think that this isn't gonna backfire on you? Like, I just saw.
Well, I think that she really felt like she was doing a teaching moment. Like, obviously she did not think that what she did was any malice behind it, or and don't get me wrong, as people of anything, if you have a job and you're given something, and whatever the case may be, whether it's a budget or whatever, we're not saying that you go out and you just start handing out the top of the rank to just all Black people. That's not the message either. In this particular tweet or whatever it was, she said, ask for what you want / deserve. So obviously she knew she was deserving of a particular amount, because I don't want people thinking just because I'm Black, I deserve and you're an entry level. No. Hey, that's not how that works.
Yeah,
either.
That's what the budget was for the job. So if you can perform this job, that's where you should have lined up in the job.
So if she had experience and that experience fell between you, let's say you had 1, 2, 3 tiers. Let's say she was a 2 tier. What is that between that budget of 85 to 130? What was that mid that she fell between? Or maybe she was the high. I don't know. But my whole point is it's, you felt that she deserved more money and it was in the budget. You should have given her an offer that justified what she deserved.
Yeah. And that's not even good HR practice. That's not good recruiting in HR, because it's like, okay, what you're going to have this candidate for 6 months and then turnover once a recruiter offers them way above what they're getting from you because you
Well, and
lowballed
there's
them.
also such thing as,
So
underpaying people and having, because we've all
exactly.
had companies and been with companies where you may get, people in your department may get their standard 3% raise, but that one or two or three people in that department get like a 10% raise only because they were paid so low just to
Before.
be up to be equal where they should have been all along. So it's just, you've got to pay people for, at the minimum, what they are worth, regardless
Yeah.
of what they ask for. If they are
Yeah.
worth based on their experience, and this is why companies
Yeah.
have certain processes and practices, so that way they can be fair and consistent across the board.
Yeah. Or they
Period.
try to, they try
Or
to, but
that's, yeah, if the system really, if people work the system how it was designed to set up, we wouldn't have any inequalities.
just saying
That's
like
just
that.
not the
It's just,
case.
that's just not the way the world works.
So,
It's just not. And it's sad. It's really sad.
but yes, anybody, I don't care if you are entry level or whatever, still ask for more than what you want to get. Period. And that goes for
Yeah.
anything. It could be a car dealer. It could be
All
a
they
car
could do is
deal.
say no.
If you have $5,000 to put down on a car, tell them you only got 3,000. You negotiate. Just throw it out there.
Girl, when I go to the store, if I'm like at the mall or something, I'll be like, "Oh, is there any discounts?" Like I will when I get to retro play any discounts that I missed or something. Shit, I had random salespeople just give me 20% randomly because I asked for it. Like you just never know. You just never know.
You never know. You never know.
Yeah. Speaking of stuff going viral on social media, though, this is really quick. I just saw this post this morning, and we were talking about this, I think, a few episodes back about the decline of hairstylists and how these stylists are just like basically
price
like
gouging.
Basically the pricing, but then they want to charge you to detangle. They want you to come with your shit blown out. They want to do this, that, and the third. So
they want to do everything but hair.
Girl, everything but hair. So I think you may have seen it. It was on the Shade Room. They posted it this morning, and it was what I asked for versus what I got.
Was it the curly?
Yes. And so it was the curly. This girl spent, and I resonated with this story because I didn't have nothing like that horrible, but it was a micro link style that she was going for. And she spent $500 on micro links. And this is literally the last time I got my hair professionally done. I spent about $500 on micro links, and my hair was heat damaged like never before. But anyway, she spent $500 on micro links, and she specifically wanted the micro links so that she could wear her natural hair curly. All right.
Okay.
Now the stylist, this is how fucked up these stylists are, especially when it comes to natural hair. The stylist told her that it would be easier to put the links in straight to straighten her natural hair. And then once she washes it, she could, wear it curly.
Okay.
Basically, when she first put that weave in, when your hair is straight, you don't need as much weave to kind of make it look full.
Right.
But when it's curly, you need extra bundles. You need more. Correct. So basically, when she had transitioned the micro links from straight to curly, it looked a hot damn mess. You could see her leave out. She just had curly tendrils at the bottom. And she posted, I had ended up going to the girl's page, and she posted basically all the text messages between her and the stylist. And the stylist was just like, look, I typically don't do hair textures she was like, I already did you a favor because your hair texture was very thick. I usually charge $50 extra to detangle thick hair. Bitch, you're Black. Why are y'all trying to charge Black people extra to comb through Black hair? Like, that is some racist shit. I'm just going to put that out there. And that's not the first time I've heard that. And the text message was just like, that's the most I can do is give you, $50 for your gas. But, the $500 for the micro links, I just suggested you just wear them straight. That's the best way to do it, is put heat to your hair and wear it straight. And the girl was just like, well, I don't, my whole purpose was that I hadn't straightened my hair in a long time. I don't want to keep straightening my hair. Like, I want some of the money back. And the stylist was just like, no, I'm not doing it. So little to her knowledge, she goes viral on fucking Shade Room. So now all these people are on her page. She has to turn off her comments. She lost like 1,000+ subscribers, followers to her page. She's like posting like, guys, y'all don't know the full story. Please stop coming for me. Like, and I'm just like, was it worth it? was it fucking worth it? You could have just had good client service and been like, I will do your hair for free. I will do your hair over. If I can't give you the money back, I will do whatever style you want. Like, what happened to pleasing your clients? What happened to wanting to make a client a return client? It's like y'all don't care no more. Y'all get these little followers on Instagram. You book these clients and y'all treat them like shit. You know what I'm saying? And then like don't ever care if you have them again. You treat their hair like shit. You treat them like shit. Get your money and then you bounce. And it's just like, God damn, this is why I do my own hair, because I can't with y'all. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah. And I think too, it's like, you know, this whole go viral movement where you can go from kind of booked, like you're like a good stylist, but you just did that one style and you posted it, the video was right, the shine was right, and it just took you, and now you're just super booked, like
now you're
jam-packed booked. And now what happens is, your quality does your
quality,
your customer service is sacrificed, because now you're double the clients trying to get all the money, you're not focused on your processes. You don't have time. How could you? This was like your overnight sensation now. So it's like, you know, it's this popcorn society, like, you know, get them in, get them out, get them in, get them out. You will pay, because when you don't pay, I got 20 more in line that will. And it's just, it's, you know, it's unfortunate. I'll even take it back to, you know, hairstylists back in the day that there was a good time where back in the day you had those stylists, because I've, you know, been in the beauty salons, I've been like 3, where you would just be in there all day. You know what I mean? You would have those stylists. The salon was an all day thing. You know what I mean? Like for a lot of us, you know, on a Saturday, you know, that hot comb and that other stuff that should have took, you know, maybe 2 hours just working on you, it took a whole afternoon. And as you got older, I used to hate going to the salon, because I would, like, my sister would cry because she would be so pissed at our stylists. And it was like a common thing, especially with us. It was like a common thing. Like, you know, you got 8 people booked at 9 a.m. because you got one under the dry, you got one wash, you got one, like nobody ever got just finished, you know?
I'm so glad I don't do that no more. I cannot. I don't trust no stylists.
Exactly. And then I feel like before what the story you just talked about, before we even got there, I do feel like there was like a medium moment where we started to see some like efficiencies, where when there was like weaves, like now we saw someone have a braider and it was like, oh, that's cool. Like, this is efficient. Like, I can get with this. Like, she has a braider. So that way all she's doing is washing my hair, conditioning it, trimming it, doing all the healthcare maintenance. I sit in the braider, she braids me down, and then I go back to my stylist and she finishes me and styles me. Like, there was a mid moment where that was like, okay, we're moving somewhere. But then that's completely stopped. And now we're in these viral stylists where people are just like, it don't matter. I'm charging you for this, everything's a la carte. And like you said, detangling your hair. And we're not talking about detangling like you came in and your shit's taking 3-4 hours to detangle. Like, because I have seen people in salons come in like that. Like my hairdresser, she has done it several times where she just gets so mad that she will turn people away that come in that don't brush their hair before they come in, where it's like she has to spend and I've never understood that either, how people just allow their hair to get so matted. And I'm talking about the ones that get like matted, and you just expect the stylist just to, you know, and it's like, no, I didn't book you for that. Like, I didn't book you for that time slot to do all of that. So I don't know. I don't know what it's going to take to get back to reality. I do know that more and more people are doing their own hair. I do know that. I know a lot of people that would never do their own hair. Now they are doing more protective styles than ever.
Everything's so accessible to learn. It's so
everything
easy. Go to YouTube, just figure it out. Girl, because I'm not paying nobody else to fuck up my hair. I'm not paying nobody else to damage my hair. I'm not paying nobody else to act like my hair, like they don't give a fuck about my hair. I'm over that. Even the little snide comments about my hair, it's just I'm done. I don't like the demeanor Black women put on my hair when they find out my hair is thick. Like,
Yeah.
I just be wanting to slap the hell out of them. Like,
Well, and I think too, we have to stop, because I remember there was a time where people, I feel like people have always been complaining about hairstylists to a certain degree, black hairstylists, because we're our own culture.
yeah.
But I feel like instead of these stylists taking what we're saying as a negative, because they will always respond back, y'all don't treat y'all doctors like this. When they got y'all waiting for an appointment, you be sitting in the waiting room 30 minutes. Y'all wait. Y'all don't ask no questions, da da da. And it's like, instead of y'all like fighting back, like, why don't you just take this feedback as a way to be like, you know what, let me do better. How can I become the Chick-fil-A of customer service
They
for
don't
hair?
care because they charge us so much. They don't care.
How can I be the Ritz-Carlton? Okay, well, if my price is going to justify my customer service and my whatever, what do I need to do to, you know what I mean? It's like people just don't care. People
Girl,
don't
they do
care.
not care.
People
They
are
do not care.
trash.
They're not gonna
People are
care until
trash.
nobody getting their hair done no more. And as long as Instagram exists, that won't happen. So
Right. Yeah.
they
So
gonna have these clients. So, and like you said, they don't care about maintaining their clients or retaining them because they know they'll just find another one with the next post they're gonna post. Like,
girl, they'll be like, I got an opening, last minute opening. Okay, gone. DM me to book it. Okay, it's gone. Don't ask me no more about that appointment. It's been gone. It's just,
if I had the patience, man, I could make a killing doing people's hair. I don't have the patience for that shit. Like, I want to do my hair on my time. I don't want to be
the same way.
coordinating schedules. And when I want to take a break, I want to take a break. Like, I don't,
For me, it's more so because everyone asks me to do their hair. Like when they find out that I do, my own locks now, or like I've done my sister's hair, I do, I can do styles. And it's like, my sister's like, and my mom, like, why don't you just, I've been telling everybody, when they ask me who did my hair, I was like, my sister. And the next thing they always ask is, oh, can she? They're like, she,
girl, always.
she don't even like doing our hair.
I know the little bit of friends and family hair I do is just like, ugh.
And my thing is too, I don't have time for you to be like, oh, well, this don't look like this. Don't look like,
because I don't care.
Because everybody's base is not the same. Like I remember my stylist in Atlanta used to say, I'm so tired of these women coming in here that want the Kim Kardashian waves, but they don't have no edges. Like they don't have no, like the base. You still have to have something. And people just expect you to work a miracle these days.
Girl, everybody wants to look Instagrammable. It's all about.
Everybody wants that Instagrammable. And it's like what worked for her
may not work for you.
Not going to work on your head. And I need you to know that up front. It's going to be about 2 packs light.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Girl, and that's the other thing too. That's what I also didn't like about that girl's hair with the micro links with the curly hair, because it looked like she didn't have enough hair. And the thing about it was the bundles came through the stylist. So if you're not bringing your own bundles and your stylist wants to short you on the bundles and it's all inclusive, they could short you on the fucking hair because you're not supplying your own hair. See,
And if they're not telling you, like my stylist used to tell me, she'd be like, I have thick hair, so
you need a larger bundle.
Base. So if I want to still keep that volume, then you have to get more bundles, because especially like if you want the long hair, there's less hair on the weft when it comes long. Like if your stylists aren't prepping you for this conversation, you'll just be out here being like, girl, she just told me I needed 2 bundles when really you needed 4.
And you got 28-inch hair. Bitch,
you got 28 inches, like, girl,
bundles.
Well, she only needed two bundles. It's like she has a 14-inch and a 10-inch with a bang.
With a bang. I can't.
With a bang. Okay. She's got a bang. So, it's just unfortunate.
I'm just telling y'all, man, YouTube is my best friend. Like I'm telling y'all, I learned how to take out my own micro links. I learned how to redo the micro links. I learned everything I could think of. I learned, like, I mean, I've been doing hair since like back in the day anyway, high school, college, but like all the new styles, everything's on YouTube, y'all. Everything.
Well, all right. Well, I do want to talk about one more story before we get to our letter and wrap things up.
All right.
Something you sent me And apparently after you sent it to me, everybody started sending it to me. I'm like, where did I miss this? So
what else on you? I don't remember.
Girl, have y'all ever been to a sip and paint?
Oh yeah.
Sip and paint.
I'm done. Apparently it's a really big thing, girl. And I was so oblivious. I just thought sip and paint was, about artistic expression and, doing some arts and crafts,
The most that I had heard about a sip and paint was there'll be a model, because I have done sips and strokes, which
and see what the hell is that?
So sips and strokes is where you bring your own, it's BYOB, so you bring your own bottles of like wine, whatever you want. And they provide you with, you actually go online to book your day. And every day of the week, they have like featured paintings that you will choose to paint. So if it's like a Black woman, with a fist pump and an afro, you're like, oh, I want that in my house. You'll book for that day because you want to go paint that, right? So you you select what art design you want based on like whatever. And then you can bring your girls, you can bring God,
it's a legitimate sip and paint.
It's a legitimate sip and paint. So you go, they provide you with the canvases, and it's only like $30-something.
I'm like, that name that you just said sounds questionable, like exotic.
Sips and strokes. Well, after I saw this today, and then I just realized that I said sips and strokes, I was like, ooh. But sips and strokes is really, it's like strokes with like a paintbrush.
Okay. Because now after I saw this video that went viral, apparently it's a trend, these exotic paint and sips. I saw several other videos and I'm just like, this is crazy.
What I was going to say is the only other thing that I had heard outside of the traditional sips and strokes, sip and paint that I have witnessed that went viral for some years, which is just where you have your artist in the paint. She's just guiding you and you do the same direction she does to paint your picture. The only other thing I had ever heard about was when it's the same concept, however, it'll be like you're painting the male person, like they may be naked or whatever. There's nothing going on other than just like a live person that you paint, right? Not paint them, but you paint on the canvas. So instead of like an artist showing you how to do the Black woman, you draw a circle.
A model, an artist, a nude model. That's
a new model. That's all I had heard. So when I saw this, where she was giving fellatio on a stranger, I don't know if this was the actual instructor or a random customer. I don't know, but that's out of line. And I would absolutely walk out if one of my friends did that. I would.
Girl, well, apparently this is like a thing because as soon as I hit up Twitter to see the video, because they said the video is viral on Twitter, that's literally the only time I go to Twitter is to be like, ooh, some viral shit's on Twitter. It's a black hole of crazy exotic sip and paint videos. Like she's not the first one. She may be the first one that went viral, but I mean, they're up here fucking raw in the middle of a paint class. They're jacking the people off in the middle of the freaking paint class. And this girl, I mean, she wasn't just giving fellatio like quietly in the corner. She was smack dab in the middle of the room, violently giving this dude head. And this dude was just like, I mean, he was fucking her face. Like, it wasn't just like this had gone way too far. This is just like, I mean, I saw a meme and I was just like, this is perfect. Cause it was like, can y'all please stop trying to disguise your desire for fucking orgies in a goddamn arts and craft class? Like, if you want to have group sex and orgies, there are people out there who want to have that with you. Don't make me walk into a fucking art class and see y'all fucking and sucking in the corner. Like, that's just beyond disrespectful. Like,
so let me ask you this, based on what you researched or saw or read, do the people know,
they do know. I know what you're asking me. And
do the people know, like, if I'm booking this paint canvas, but I also know that these things tend to happen at these particular sucking sips or whatever.
So
am I
that's
going
the
there
thing.
to see that, or is this like something just random?
See, that's the thing. So it's supposed to be like in a provocative manner. So like the images they're painting are like nude sexual images. Like it is an adult manner, but it's like you don't know if you're going to see any sexual encounters unless the participants are like, yeah, I want to have sex with these men that are teaching the class. Because there's two guys walking around with the paintbrushes and stuff, like teaching the class, or like I guess they're hosting the class. And then these women, as these guys are walking around, you know, they're kind of like naked with their little G-strings on, basically strippers. And you know, the women start to grab them. And one thing I saw, this woman grabbed the dude, pulled his dick out, and started jacking him off, and she pulled out, like she was painting in one hand, jacking him off in the other hand, and then she pulled out into her purse, got her $1, and then put the dollar on, or wrapped it around his penis, and started jacking him off with the dollar. And this was like in the fucking class. And this lady was like 40 plus. She was in her fucking 40s or 50s. So I'm like, this is like, girl, this is like some new thing. This is some new thing. And I don't know what has gone wrong with the world, but I mean, I had no idea y'all was bringing this type of shit into paint and sip. Like that's
I'm just like,
it's the desperado for me.
I could. Man has any type of STDs,
girl. Like, I saw one. They were raw. The girl stopped painting, bent over, and let old boy do her raw in the paint and sip while people was in the classroom. Like, I don't know what has gone on, but let me tell y'all something. Also, this is why these men, on top of this, have such a fucking hard time being loyal and faithful, because y'all hoes can't even, like, I mean, you're throwing it at them aggressively. Like, I can't understand the desperation. I will never understand it.
It's the lack of men.
Girl, I just can't.
It's the lack of men. I mean, and this is me just like, I don't really know why.
Girl,
but I can just see that we as a generation of just people, young, old, indifferent, we are all one in this. We're all trying to really be one in the same. Gone are the days where individuality and all that kind of stuff is like really respected. Everybody just wants to, like you said, even when it comes to reels, it's like the same. It's like, it's almost like that's all you see are the same like types of things. Like, it's just like we hop on the bandwagon, like I want to be seen. I want to do this. Hence why, you know, hashtag, what did they used to do? The banana challenge. So you had all these kids doing the banana challenge. They stuck bananas, and water bottle challenge, I think it was. I mean, it's just like, I mean, you literally could just come up with any type of challenge. You could come up with any type of event and people will sell it out. People will be like, oh, I want to just do it. It could be some basic ass level. Like, nobody gives a shit no more. A lot of people, I feel like, just don't know what even self-worth means, self-respect, dignity. I feel like a lot of people are now feeling hopeless more than ever as well. I feel like, and I've said this before, I feel like marriage will soon not be what we ever known it was before. And again, I'm not talking about like traditional sense, because cheating has been going on since the test of time. You know what I mean? But just even like the way that things are like carried out, the way that we treat each other as humans, in relationships, it's like there's no care. It's almost kind of like, if you don't do it, I'm gonna get the next bitch to do it. Or, you know, it's just like a weird time. And I don't know if it's gonna get better. I don't know, because I feel like now people are just so down to do whatever, like whatever, especially to put it on video and to go viral. And it's almost like you get more praise for doing those types of things than not. It's just real weird. I'm just like, I don't know, like you said, it's just kind of like, if you want to just have an orgy and do it in your garage, and you maybe have like a private sip and paint, you know, but like, I don't know.
Why, like, whose idea was it to bring paint into the mix of sexual activity?
People got bored. People got bored with going to the strip club. People got bored of just going to Sips and Strokes to go paint the African chick with an afro. They didn't want to do that. They were like, oh, we want to see a naked model. And then
why can't y'all just do something regular and fucking just be artistic, be creative, like get your mind out of the gutter for fucking 5 minutes. Like, goddamn, bitch, what if you was the next Picasso? And now you don't even know because you'd rather suck this nigga dick instead of fucking unleash your artistic abilities. Like, this is just bullshit. I'm just so tired of everybody. I'm over it. I'm just over it, girl.
But what's crazy is that every time I think that I'm like more and more surprised at stuff, I'll be like,
nothing surprises you anymore. Nothing. Girl.
It's almost like, what's next?
Girl, what is next? Girl. Well, yeah, we had some people email us with some stuff. Thank you guys.
Shout out to you all. Let's get into it. Our letter of the week. So it says, my dear friend has been married for over 20 years. I have been married and I'm divorced. She was a great supporter throughout my whole mess. When I started dating again, she made sure she knew who I was going out with and where I was going, just so I was safe on my dates. She was a really good friend. Now that I've been in an exclusive relationship for the past 5 years, she started telling me that I can do better. Her main issues are that he has not mentioned marrying me. We don't live together. We don't go out on dates, and we are very private. Oh, and there is a 20-year age difference. I'm 40, he's 60. I'm fine with not needing to be married, and he fulfills my needs 100%. When I tell her I'm good and happy, she hits me with negative comments like he needs to claim me, he needs to get me a better car, he needs to buy me a house, and the fact that his children don't like me. Her negativity is getting on my nerves, but in the back of my mind, I wonder if she's right. I know our relationship is good. We have absolutely no drama. What could possibly be better than this? Is my friend trying to encourage me, or is she hating? What do you think?
Did I hear that right? She said that she don't live with the man. They don't go out. What does she do? Talk to him on the phone? I'm confused.
It sounds like to me, this is just a companionship.
Okay. Y'all don't go out. Y'all don't live together. Like, what do y'all do?
I don't know.
FaceTime, maybe, I'm assuming. But he's 60. So do we FaceTime? Like, I'm just trying to figure it out.
You know, I would like to think that
I don't think your friend hating, girl. I think she's
settling. Yes, yeah. I definitely, to answer that question, I do not think your friend is hating. Your friend is actually stating the obvious. And whatever you do get from this situation, it's fulfilling enough for you. So maybe I would just tell her, like, look, I'm happy. I get what you're saying. You know, if there's ever a time where I feel like something different, then I'll address it. But in the meantime, she's just stating the obvious, as any friend would. I mean, 5 years together with somebody who you say you guys are exclusive, but you don't live together. He doesn't take you out on dates. And then you want to hop and you want to label it as private is very concerning, because to Whitney's point, so what do you all do? Yeah, so I mean, girl, if you're happy, be happy, girl.
If you like it, we love it, girl.
There is nothing we can say or do. Like, you know, your friend, like we said, she's stating the obvious. I think she's just trying to, maybe before him, you were this vibrant girl who loved to go out, loved to go on dates, loved to see the world, loved to travel. Maybe you know, are used to a certain lifestyle, and then now you're with him and you're totally different, and it's like, okay, no, it's fine. I'm good with, you know, the bare minimum. And
just really be fine with that, because you're gonna waste your good 20 years. He's already 60, you 40. So you got 20 years on him to be out here in these streets. So if you feel comfortable just being in the house with him, or oh no, you're not in the house with him,
or lack thereof.
Okay,
be honest.
Do what you like to do.
Do you? And I would tell, and if it really doesn't bother you, then just leave it alone. Like I said, you can tell your friend one good time, like, friend, don't bring this up no more. I'm good. I'm good, friend. I'm good. You know, don't bring it up no more. But, you know, I would like to think she knows you better than anybody. And she's just needs reassurance from herself because, baby girl,
don't bring this up no more. Don't bring this up.
Don't bring this up no more. Don't bring it up no more. So yeah, that was a good a letter. I mean, I think it's often I think sometimes we can get so caught up in, is my friend hating? And when you really look at the situation, if you step outside of a situation, you'd be like, you know what? Yeah, that bitch is hating. She's acting hella weird. And then there's other times where you're like, no, she's not hating. I mean, that's not, so I would say ask maybe a neutral party who doesn't know you or the person, if you ever feel like you have one of these situations where you feel like your friend is not being supportive or she's being weird, and just try to like really dissect it. Because sometimes when you're in it, you really are just in it and you don't even know. You just have your feelings and you're emotional. But yeah, in this particular situation, I would say absolutely not. This is not a hater. I can give you a hater situation. This is not one.
No, God bless y'all. It was a good letter. Thanks for you guys writing us, and you can email us, you can DM us at Melanin Me Podcast. We're trying to get back into our segment, so please send us your letters and such so we can give our advice.
Do we want to do a giveaway?
No, but I want to do teabag.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Teabag. We bring it back.
We bringing back our segments. So I just want to teabag. I just want to teabag the damn painting bopper. I just want to teabag her ass. And she probably loves teabagging. She probably loves it. Okay. But she needs she needs to get her life.
Better. She
loves to get her life. I hope she has insurance. Okay. And I am all for sexual expression. I'm all for women being sexually whatever they want to be. But goodness gracious, not at the fucking painting function. Get y'all lives, man. Get y'all lives together.
Basically, teabag. So my teabag will be Joe Rogan.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. We should have talked about that.
Joe Rogan. Well, I just thought about it when you said teabag because
we gotta discuss it a little bit.
So he is in the news in the latest hot topics simply because he has shared his thoughts on the falsehoods of coronavirus. He's also made several racial slurs as it pertains to the Black community. And, it's almost kind of like it came out today that he's not going to go anywhere. They're not going to do anything with they're not going to like reprimand him for any of it. Of
course not. They were never going to. That's why India Ari went publicly saying she's removing her music from Spotify because she knew that they were not going to do anything to Joe Rogan for all of his racial slurs. And I went on there to see it. And I mean, this motherfucker, he said nigga so many times. He said it just over and over and over and over again.
Yes.
And then he called Black people like the planet of the apes. Like he went in. And, even us right now, like our podcast gets put on Spotify. We don't really get too much money off of them. I think most people listen on Apple Music for us because I can see like where people are listening from. But it's still just messed up because we know Joe Rogan is the top podcaster. Like he gets, I think he got paid $100 million from Spotify. And what's crazy is that most of that money,
these artists get pennies.
These artists get pennies on the dollar while y'all are giving podcasters like Joe Rogan $100 million, and y'all are taking it off of the backs of these streaming artists because most people go to Spotify for streaming music, and that's what really pays the bills over there. Like podcasting is cool too, but music is what started y'all, and that's what really pays the bills. So that's why NDRE said, look, if Spotify is not going to do anything about the racial slurs that y'all are allowing him to get away with, I'm going to remove my music. Y'all aren't going to take my music to pay this man, So kudos to her because I didn't know nothing about it until she posted it. So I'm glad she did. She's a real one.
Yeah. She shed some light definitely on there. Yeah. Do you think artists are going to follow suit? Or do you think this is just going to be one of those things where we hear about it, we make some noise, and then in 2 weeks?
I don't think artists are going to follow suit. I do think maybe Black listeners could follow suit. Like, I've never paid for Spotify personally.
I do.
I don't pay for Spotify. I've never paid for Spotify.
Actually, I pay for Spotify and iTunes. I don't know why, but Apple Music, I should say.
I've always had Apple Music. It's already pre-installed on my phone. It just was the easy way to go. And then Spotify, I feel like I could listen to Spotify for free. Like, I've never felt enticed to pay for Spotify because I don't listen to it that much. I guess the paid version is just no advertisements or something. I'm assuming.
Yeah, I don't have any advertisements.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's what it is, but I barely listen to Spotify, so I don't care about that. So I'm thinking a lot more people, because I posted it on Melanin and Me page, and I had a few people said that they had already deleted their accounts or they had already deactivated from the paid subscription to the free one. So, maybe if artists don't, maybe, Black listeners will. So at least show Spotify, like, look, we don't have to pay y'all. If y'all don't care about us, we don't have to put money in your pocket. And I mean, we're kind of a conflict of interest because our podcast is on Spotify, but you guys can listen to this for free. You don't have to have the paid version. I'm just going to throw that out there. So.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So that was my tea bag for tonight. I think that was a pretty good one.
I mean, how do you feel about it? Do you feel enticed enough for you to not pay Spotify anymore? Or you just feel like, fuck it?
I don't know, Whitney. I don't know. I mean, on one hand,
I mean, like, who cares about Spotify? You have Apple Music. Who cares?
Right. And on one hand, it's like, I probably will just because I have iTunes or Apple Music. I'm sorry, Apple Music. I keep saying iTunes. But I just also feel like if I delete Spotify, I need to also delete a lot of other things. You know what I mean? In terms of like brands, in terms of like all the like,
I mean, if you want to be like technical, yes, but it's like, this is where the movement is right now. So it's like,
no,
if this
I get
is where
it.
the movement is, and this is what the highlight is right now,
get that.
Everything else may come at another time.
I do understand that. I get it.
Now, I mean, that's neither here nor there. That's a personal choice and decision. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I'm just being honest. I don't know.
But it's like, do you listen to Spotify that much where it's going to affect your life if you went to the free version? No, I can't imagine it would.
No, it wouldn't. I
can't imagine it.
It's one of the things that I'm so used to. Like, I used that before I even used Apple Music. Matter of fact, I just signed up for Apple Music like within this last 2021.
I've had Apple Music since before they was Apple Music, because
and I don't even know why I have both, to be
on
honest.
Your phone.
Like, that could be what, $20 I'm saving a month. But to answer your point, I probably will, just because I have Apple Music and it just doesn't make sense. But I can't say that like I would be doing it like this would be the push, I guess, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, if you don't feel enticed to do nothing, don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, only if you feel it in your spirit. You know what I'm saying? I'm that type of person.
I
with the rah-rah.
I didn't like what I saw. I did not like what I saw. And like, to your point, it is the movement right now. And that's why I want to do it. That's why, that's why I would be doing it, is because it's like, okay, just, you know what I mean?
It has to just be something you're just like, whatever. But at the end of the day, who knows if this is actually going to even do anything? But it would be nice for them to see that, look,
stand on something. Exactly. Like, we come together.
Like, how dare y'all just, and that's my thing. Like, this world is so fucked up, because you know how much I post on Instagram, I post on YouTube to build our accounts up. And you know what? They will take our money away from us in a split second. If I post anything about Black power or about, civil rights, justice for Black slain kids, automatically demonetized, no money at all. You can't even talk about justice for Black people. But then y'all let Joe Rogan sit up here and say the N-word over and over and over again, call Black people Planet of the fucking Apes in 2020, and y'all let that shit slide, and y'all pay him $100 million to do it. Like, I'm so disgusted, because we're not even affected, most of us, because we're used to it. It's not even shocking. But it's just like, God damn, this is the biggest slap in the face. Like, y'all suppress anybody who says anything about Black power, Black anything pro, but then all these white people, their pages are open. They're getting paid to say racial slurs. They're getting promoted to say racial slurs. So make it make sense. I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted. Ugh.
Yeah, I'm gonna delete it. I'm just gonna do it. I mean, it is what it is. Was Steve Jobs, wasn't he racist though too? Everybody was saying how racist he was.
Well, anyone could have been made. It's not about being racist or not. Shit, George Washington was racist and he built the damn nation. It's not about being racist. It's about the fact of y'all allowing racial slurs to come through your fucking medium and you promoting it. You're not even penalizing this man. Y'all are just now removing the episodes. He done already got all his money from them episodes anyway. It doesn't fucking matter. Y'all are just now removing the old episodes so that people can't go back and re-listen to it over and over again.
To them.
But they've been up for damn near a year. So it's just like, y'all really don't care. It's not about whether the person who created the app is racist. It's about, are y'all allowing this racism to fucking slide through every day and promoting the shit? That's crazy. That's crazy.
No, it is. It's crazy. That's why I give him a tea bag.
It's insane.
So yeah, I'm gonna delete it. It's gone. It's gone. It's just sick, girl. Recreate all my playlists.
You don't have to delete it. Just go to the free version. Don't delete it. I wouldn't delete it. I still have a Spotify account,
but I'm not listening to y'all. I mean, I wouldn't really listen if with ads and things, because you can't listen to like the new. Do you have access to all the albums and stuff?
Yeah, you can listen to everything. You can listen to everything on Spotify for free. You just have to listen to ads.
That's it.
That's it.
So it's like a Pandora with like, because I know you can buy Pandora too for like without ads. I use the free Pandora.
Yeah, when I first got Spotify was free. And I never like increased my subscription to the paid subscription. So if you want to listen to free Spotify, it's just like ads, just like Pandora. That's all it is. So when I post our podcast, that's the only time I listen to Spotify. I'll go to make sure it posted to Spotify and I'll just listen to a little bit of it. But that's it. And I know they get a lot of money from that subscription money because a lot of people are just, even if they don't listen to Spotify, they're just going to pay them every month, you know? Mm-hmm. So they're getting money regardless. It's just sad because we're in a day and age where it's like, damn, it's 2022. Y'all already seen all of the conflict that can come from this racial injustice. Like George Floyd shook up the whole fucking world for 2 months. So it's just like, y'all still don't care. Y'all still trying it. I don't get it. Like, do y'all want us to burn everything down? Oh, but then we'd be the crazy ones. We'd be the fucking psycho ones if we went to fucking Spotify headquarters and burnt that bitch down. You know, like it's like the whole world is turned against us to make us look crazy. And then when we react, oh, well, they were hostile, had to shoot them. You know, it's just this cycle is sick. It's sick. It's sick, y'all. I ain't even mean to go there.
Girl, you got to.
I ain't even mean to go there, but I forgot all about that.
But we brought it up.
Yeah, that's a good tea bag. Y'all, let us know what y'all think.
Please let us know in the comments your thoughts. Are you removing Spotify? Comment about the whole episode.
One of our friends who listens to us posted on our page and said, well, the only way I can listen to y'all podcast is on Spotify. She's like, I don't have Apple. I thought I could get it on Amazon Prime, but I can't. And I said, girl, that's fine. I said, thanks for supporting. You know what I'm saying? Do what feels right for you. But I do know. Yep. But I said, I do know you can listen with the free version. You don't have to pay. That's all I'm going to say. I don't have to pay them.
You ain't got to give you a coin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's always on YouTube as well, where you can go to anchor.com or anchor.fm. You can listen to us there for free. We have a few different platforms. Okay. We're not against Spotify, but we're not fucking with what Spotify is about right now.
Right.
Okay. That's that.
Cured.
Oh man, got real. All
right, y'all. This has been
nothing.
Well, this has been real. This was a great episode. And I will say stay tuned for more weekly. Are we doing weekly or are we just gonna still take it one day at a time?
We're gonna take it one day at a time, but for right now, we're weekly. Shit. We're here 4 times out of the month right now. So tune in.
Until next time.
Bye.